One. Holy crap. Did you guys, we have to talk about it for a second. Just for a second, because I got to get it out. Did you guys see the Barbie trailer this morning? The Barbie trailer this morning with Margot Robbie. I am so excited. I grew up on, well, a little bit, and it's like so cute. I can't believe how good Margot looks. I love the way that they did it. Everything about it makes me excited, and I don't normally get that way when it comes to movies. Like, very, very rarely, but the whole time I'm like, yes, I need this movie. I need it right now. Margot Robbie is, in fact, Barbie. But well, I don't know. It's the girl in me. It's the girl in me. So, Tristan wants a 20-foot Barbie for Christmas. Yeah. I freaking love Barbie. And I love Margot Robbie. I think ever since okay, guys, they're starting early today. Oh, they've already destroyed the Christmas tree. They're fucking psycho, and they're starting early. Okay, we need to talk about a couple things. We need to talk about a couple things within the Johnny Depp community because we've discussed some of them before. Everyone knows, at least for the most part, or is relatively up to date on the Andy Signore situation, which we're going to talk about, right? Definitely going to talk about because he treated an artist absolutely terribly. An artist wanted to get her art, excuse me, to the Kraken. I can't think of his first name. Let me look it up. Is it Corey the Kraken? The kid I've been talking about on my community post. Yes. His name is Crack in the Box, the young sick kid. And they wanted to get their art to him, right? Well, he was a complete and utter cock about that. That is besides the point because at least the kid got the art and I understand where she's coming from. But my cats are sweet mostly. You are lucky. You are lucky. I am not even kidding. This is probably something I have long hair, right? Well past my shoulders. I haven't cut my hair since literally 2014 because I tried to grow it out. I used to kind of do like the Selena Kyle short, and now I've gone long. But right now, one of my cats at night has decided that they don't like not getting attention while I'm sleeping. And I woke, are you guys really doing this? You guys are brothers. Stop it. Come on. Goodness gracious. Hold on one second. No, not audio problems, Joseph. Cat problems. Cat problems. Yeah. So, anyways, the one decided he wanted trouble or wanted attention at night, and my bangs are generally very long. Um, well past my chin, and now they're not because I am not even kidding. They were like, I woke up and they were grooming my hair, and I noticed in the morning that they cut my bangs. A fucking cat. I'm so pissed. Every time I look in the mirror, I want to die. Like, it's a real issue. The cats are assholes, as you can hear. Okay, now that we got that taken care of, I apologize. Obviously we're going to talk about Andy Signore. I think it was Nicole in Saggy's chat sent me an article. We're going to go over that. I did originally want to do. There's a girl that just keeps making videos after me, a video after video after me, and she clearly is not all. I don't know that we'll go over them. If we do, it'll be towards the end, but I don't think she's all mentally there, right? Because she doesn't understand basic concepts. If you guys saw Saggy maybe a week ago or so, it's the same girl that basically thought when Saggy said she was going to smash an eagle, that it meant murder. She thought that Saggy wanted to murder an eagle or alpha eagle. Yeah. So that was the same girl. But she keeps making multiple videos about me saying I'm mainstream media. I'm mainstream media. My teeny tiny little YouTube channel has been exposed as mainstream media, guys. Not only that, but she said subscribing to her channel was harassment and comments were harassment. And we may go over that towards the end. I don't know. Like there's a point where you don't want to punch down because you don't know if somebody's all the way there. You see what I mean? Like, I'm not being mean, but basic concepts are pretty that's why they're called basic concepts, right? They're easy. Yeah. If you can't figure that out, I'm a little worried. So we'll maybe get to that. But I also want to talk about, first off, have you guys heard of Joseph Morris? Is my chat frozen on the screen? Is breathing also harassment? That's a great question. Yes, my chat is fucking frozen, guys. Why does it do this? I hate it. Looks like it, yeah. It's even frozen in Restream. Dang it. It makes it so much easier to be able to wait. Okay, let's give it a second. It looks like one for show up. Are those going quality entertainment? That's right. There we go. It is it looks like it is popping in. So Robert said she apparently has autism, but it seems her social skills are so limited that she is so easily to believe those she's friends with or shared views with. I mean, I have autism too, but I don't listen and believe to the degree she does. And if that's the case, that's fine. But you don't get to step into the kitchen without getting a little bit of heat, right? Like, every person that I criticize on this channel absolutely can criticize me. I actually took some pretty decent criticism the other day and realized I was being kind of a dick. I was excited about getting a reboot, and I said, "You'll love to see it," and I actually just meant getting a reboot. But people thought I meant that I was happy that Henry Cavill got fired, right? And I was like, no, that's not what I meant. I can see how it was taken that way. I changed it, and I said sorry. Like, if you're gonna put yourself out there in public, it's fair game. I'm sorry, if you're going to lie about me, it's fair game, right? I don't know. Who is that? I don't know. Her name is Average something. But if you can't take the heat, get out of the fucking kitchen, right? That's an old adage for a reason. You can't work for Marvel and DC these days if you don't have autism. What? That's absolutely not true, and kind of a fucked up thing to say, Helmet. I only know one person at Marvel or DC that has autism. Wait, you don't like Joseph? Wait. Joseph Morris. Glad I'm out of this. So you're leaving because I'm covering Joseph? Okay. I'm confused. I don't think that's what you mean, but all right. Joseph Morris. He basically, what happened was he was one of these people that had a channel that was relatively what would you call it? Like cancel culture topics, culture war. That's the word I'm looking for. Snow day today. My kids are home. Oh no, that you got snow, you poor thing. I hate the winter. I think it should be fucking illegal. I'm sorry to hear that. But basically, when any topic really got big. And I'm talking like got a lot of attention on it. One was Gabby Petito. One was Johnny Depp. And obviously that's where I know him from. And then there's a new one that I'm not familiar with, which is where he got red-handed. Now, Joseph Morris, I wasn't familiar with. I made a video a couple weeks ago kind of warning people. It was real short. It's like 3 minutes. Like, this dude's a hack. Stop listening to him. Subscribe to people you love instead of subscribing to hacks, because this dude's got like 250,000 subs, right? And in my short, somebody said, why are you taking, this is maybe 2 months ago? Why are you taking information from Joseph Morris? And I'm like, wait, this isn't, hold on, let me do my research. And I realized by extension it was, and then I started looking into it. And slowly I kept my eye on it. The Idaho 4, thank you, Simply Bell. I started keeping an eye on it. And I realized how nefarious this person is, right? I realized not only Joseph Morris, but a lot of channels have dug their heels into the Johnny Depp community in order to make money on people that don't know better. Hack is the exact word. And then you've got people like, and they're real fabricated. They're like computer voices. One's called Just In. I think the others are like Film Streak. The most nefarious part of them is their thumbnails. They like, oh my God, they're so bad. They'll be like, Amber Heard gets drunk and attacks Ben Chew. And it'll be like, you fucking bitch on the thumbnail or something. Like, it's absolutely over the top. And they'll put it in quotes. Do you remember back in, I don't know whether you took a journalism or basic English class, that anything in quotes was a direct quotation from a person. It was a direct dialogue from their mouth, right? You didn't put it in quotes unless it was absolutely perfect. Well, I guess that went out the window. I know that a lot of people want to believe in YouTubers and stuff like that, but you got to remember, journalism ethics don't apply to everybody across the board. And this is a perfect example of that, right? So first it started with Gabby Petito, and I don't remember exactly what it was. If you'll notice, we'll go to his channel. I'll share it. Most of his stuff is actually gone. Let me see here if I can find it real quick. I tried to look yesterday because I was going to do this stream yesterday, and his channel was completely gone, right? Channel was completely gone. All right, okay. But now it's back, and something very interesting has happened, and I haven't even told you the worst of what he has done, right? This comes with the 4 that Belle was talking about. Let me share my screen so you can see I'm not lying. Here we go. We go to videos, and his last video is from 6 months ago. Basically, in this situation, he's deleted everything that he's lied about. That's 6 months, right? That's 6 months worth of content. 6 months. Almost all. I'm trying to look. Oh my God. Is all of his Amber Heard content gone? Like, he made 2 or 3 videos a day. A day. Yeah, it's all gone. It's all gone. Oh, wait. Here we go. We got 1, 2. We got 2. I would be curious. While we're looking, let's check his social blade. Joseph Morris. He's deleted about 4 million views, a little bit over. To be fair, I've deleted stuff, but that's because of my monetization issue. I've deleted all my trial stuff. Okay, so let's talk about the worst of it all, right? Because this isn't the worst of it all. And he's trying to cover it up. And that is that he clung on to this grift so hard that he has been accused of faking evidence in the Idaho murder case. Did that just go black? That was weird. These people aren't here anymore, right? And he's using their death to grift. He got called out on News Nation. What's News Nation? I don't know what that is. That's awesome, though, because he absolutely should be called out, right? Hate the fact that you said the Johnny Depp community, like some of us don't watch you. Well, you don't have to watch me. But I would hope you didn't watch this guy, right? I would hope that you didn't put your investment into somebody like Joseph Morris. We're going to take a look at this here in a second, but I want to show you the worst of it all. So what would you expect for somebody? Let me see if I can bring this short up to show you guys. What would you expect when somebody is caught faking audio? And you'll be able to hear the audio here in a minute. What would you expect them to say when it comes to what happened when they got caught, right? If you get caught faking evidence for a murder case, would you say, I was given bad information? Or, I'm sorry? Anything along those lines? I fucked up. Anything? No? It's weird because that's not at all what he said. Let me show you what he said.
Everything that you poured on.
I love it. I fucking love it.
Well, of course you love it, but I'm just saying it's like...
Did you hear that? I didn't realize that this must be embedded. There's captions up here, though.
Everything that you poured on.
I love it. I fucking love it.
Well, of course you love it, but I'm just saying it's like... He
fucking loves it.
Fake. It's like you still watch it and you're like, this is so wrong. Like, and the problem is that you have such a following.
Yep.
That you know what you're doing.
Because I love it.
Wait, but
because I love it.
My personal responsibility. Meow came in here the other day and he was like, "Yo, I trolled the whole internet by telling a straight up and got
everything that you poured on."
Because I love it. He got caught, and all he could say was he fucking loves doing it. And this man has 250,000 subs. 250,000 subs. So you don't have to believe me, right? You don't have to believe me about this douchebag, right? For one, how do people, honestly, I want your opinion here. How is this how do I say this? I'm very much for freedom of speech, even for those who disagree with me, even for those who hate me, even for those that are diametrically opposed to my views. I may criticize their views. They may criticize mine. But how are you allowed to put, with having a platform, knowingly, I guess it's Alex Jones all over again, right? Knowingly put fake information out there. Profit. Did he not learn, I'm only drawing comparisons because it's so dumb. Did he not learn from Alex Jones? Alex Jones just literally got in trouble for this shit. He got sued into oblivion. But Joseph Morris decides, you know what? That guy's inspirational. I am going to look at him and I am going to do exactly what he does. Freedom of speech does not mean freedom from consequences. Absolutely. I got into an argument with somebody about that last night. Somebody was like, somebody said something about cancel culture, and I said that word's overused because it is. And I'm like, I can think of like 2 or 3 people that were really truly canceled. And he's like, what about what's his name? The guy that masturbated in front of his like assistants, Case CK Lewis, Casey Lewis, something like that. Comedian. What about him? I'm like, he literally jacked off. Okay. Sure, but you're defending him. Okay. All right. I mean, there was more examples, some of which were valid, right? Johnny is a Louis CK. Thank you. Johnny is a very good example who's getting his life back. Absolutely. Marilyn Manson, same for him. There are a lot of situations where it's like, okay, well, he deserved that. And as a citizen in a free country, I don't have to support that. That is fucking capitalism. That is capitalism in a nutshell. I don't have to support it. I don't have to watch his shit. Like, I just don't. And then there was Ye, right? Wait, you want to force people to support Ye? All right. Good one. That was an awesome example there. Like, I don't take that shit seriously anymore. If you're defending Louis CK, he is a funny guy. I'll give him that. I liked the Louis CK show too. It was hilarious. And then we found out what kind of person he was. Yeah, and he just did a stand-up and made a bunch of money from it. So yeah, Weinstein, Cosby, and R. Kelly ain't coming back, nor should they. Exactly. 100%. 100%. That's not cancel culture. Like, maybe Gina Carano is a good example. And Johnny is a good example. But other than that, like, if you're going to use people like Armie Hammer, like cannibal fetishes and shit, like, okay, I can't take you seriously. So, I want to say this correctly. Ickamel. I didn't know I wasn't subscribed. I should have been, because you should be too, because he did a great job here. And we won't go through the whole video because I want you guys to check out, but we'll go through the first part of it because he absolutely, unequivocally exposes Joseph Morris as a fraud and shows how he does it. And it's like, how many people, this is what bugs me. Before I go into this, I'm going to rant just for a minute. I apologize. How many people have jumped on this Johnny Depp bandwagon and used it? As a fucking tool in order to profit. Like, everyone should, again, this is stupid. People should get paid, right? People should get paid. But when you're using it for your own personal when you're exploiting it is the best way I should say here. When you are exploiting it, no matter what it's for, because we've got 2 different situations here, right? We have the situation of Joseph Morris. I don't know why. I'm assuming the money, right? It was very likely the money. And he exploited it for that and attention, I'm sure. But you've also got people like Andy Signore, right? Who used it for not just financial gain, which it was. Absolutely it was. But he also used the community to get his rocks off, which is fucking crazy to me. When you've even got people coming out on Saggy's stream like, what's his name? Matt. He was a big supporter over there. Coming out because he hit on his girlfriend. I'm trying to bring it up, Albus, I promise. It won't refresh. I've got too many things open. There we go. Took me a second. Handy Andy. Oh my God. Wait, today's Shane's birthday? Today's Shane's birthday? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Shane. Happy birthday to you. Albus, thank you so much. What we really need to talk about is bubble tea and how addictive. I haven't got to try it yet. Now I will. No, I absolutely will. I have heard so much good about it, and I've looked it up online just to see what it was, and it looks so cool. I'm going to try it and how addictive it can be. Thank you so much. Okay. That's all I mean is basically we're at a point where so many people have jumped on a bandwagon that didn't cover this to begin with, that they, dive into creating drama for gain, right? That dive into using the community and the people for fucking disgusting reasons, right? I can't with it anymore. But Ikamal fucking tore, and I mean tore, Joseph Morris apart. People, especially women, are fine with working with Louis C.K. and feel safe, then I can see how he can make a comeback. No one can say the same about Weinstein or R. Kelly. Isn't, to my understanding, isn't both of them in jail? I'm pretty sure both of them are in jail. They're like felons, right? Fucking felons. There's no way. That's not being canceled. That's justice, right? Albus, thank you so much. Sing happy birthday to Shane Nolan. My previous bubble tea tip was lost. I'm sorry. Stream Elements drinky it? They drank. Wait, the last one? Or did I get to it? I don't want to miss anything. I'm sorry. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Shane. Happy birthday to you. That was awesome, right? That was so good. I should be like Mariah Carey. Cosby got out of jail a while ago. Yeah, but wasn't that on a technicality? I'm not sure. Freaking nasty. So nasty. All right. We're not gonna watch the whole thing, I promise. Love the click. Yeah, that again, that's not cancel culture. Don't try to argue with me. That's cancel culture. That's fucking a crime. That's a crime. Okay, I do want to give a warning here because this audio, the first time I heard it, was a little hard to hear. But where the audio originally comes from is not this situation. I don't know if that helps, but you have to hear the audio in order to understand how he did it, if that makes sense. Surprisingly, Saggy Melons and your famous Shadow 511 isn't in the stream chatting with you all and blowing their ignorance out of proportion. Oh, neither one of those people are ignorant. They're both amazing. I don't know what you're talking about. But you tried. Promise he will explain it.
You want to make sure you watch this entire video because I have multiple things to show you why this was fabricated.
He does. And I'm not gonna show you the last half just because I do think this is worth it for you guys to check out. He shows the deep steps that this man takes and has taken before to fraud people into thinking he's a telling legitimate news. I was gonna say reporter. I'm like, that's not the right word. YouTuber. He's not like, okay.
like we have the original source of the audio, and I don't know what kind of audio, like what modification he made to the audio. There's multiple things you could have done. You can add reverb. You can do all kinds of things to make audio sound like it's outside, though I think maybe he just held the audio at a distance and made it sound like it was outside.
Bipolar god of science fiction said it's just fucking sick. Yeah, because what he had to do is fucking find this audio, add it, knowingly do all of this, and then he takes it a step further, which I actually think he could be legally liable for. And I'll show you what I mean here in a minute after he explains this.
And he just breathed over it.
Stop it! Leave me alone!
In this particular test, I'm not going to spend all day long trying to figure out which audio modification to use, but this one is...
I'm going to speed it up just a little bit, guys.
A reverb and low pass filter.
It is hard to hear. I do apologize for that, but you have to be able to
I can't
understand.
tell you how many times Arcade has come in
My freaking premium just ran out and I hate ads.
clutch for me. Arcade is this crazy
What is up, Ticket Mel? And we have to talk about some things with regards to Joseph Morris, a YouTuber that came out with some audio yesterday that he claimed.
Go to bed. You're what? If you want to speak English, I am more than happy to talk to you, but you gotta make it understandable. I told Taggy if you guys continue to talk ignorance about Andy Signore, that I will get nasty. I am so fucking scared right now. I'm so scared. You're gonna get nasty? Oh my god. You guys. Oh my god. Oh my god. Luigi's gonna get nasty. You guys. Are you okay? Oh my god. What are we gonna do? I mean it. What are we gonna do? Oh god. Oh wait, I don't fucking care.
Named a neighbor released. I didn't want to have to like talk about this or get into this, but this is pretty despicable. Okay, what happened here yesterday? And the reason I feel like we need to talk about this, and I got to take you through multiple things. You're gonna have to watch this whole video, and he's done this before. It's not the first time with the Gabby Petito case.
See, I didn't know about that situation. I actually didn't know until. Do you guys remember the Amber Babygate stuff? I fucking fell for that shit because it didn't come for him. And I'm like, I'm seeing this all over. What's going on? And then when I finally retraced my steps, I deleted all my shit because I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck? He fabricated all of that. I didn't know about the Petito stuff. I realized it with that. And this is just a step too far.
And Brian Laundrie, where he took old video and put it out as new. And
Kareem, sorry. This last, I'll let you listen. Kareem, there are Andy Signore stands. When we're not even, we're actually talking about Joseph Morris right now. We'll get to the Andy stuff, but that they're sticking up for a man that sends unwanted dick pics, hits on people's girlfriends and wives, uses the Johnny Depp community to get his jollies off. That's who they're standing up for.
And one of the big gripes that I have about doing this on this case is that one, people could be watching this guy's videos, thinking it's real, calling police, calling FBI, blowing up the tip line because of this supposed fake audio. Not only was the audio taken from somewhere else and put out as the neighbor released this audio, this article that he has here was fabricated. He edited the HTML.
That is what I wanted to show you guys. That's where I was like, holy fuck. Okay. He's going to explain how it's done, but he actually takes, so this looks like Daily Mail, right? You pull up an article. A lot of YouTubers do it. Pull up an article, read it, give their opinion about it. Pretty typical stuff on YouTube. This man, and I don't know how it's done because I can't even run OBS. Good morning, Nicole. I can't even run OBS, but this man literally went into the settings and changed what the article said. Changed what the article said in order for it to fit his narrative. Now, the person that wrote this article, I don't know. Could they do something about it? I don't know when it comes to stuff like that. I really don't. All you ever talk about is Andy. Wait, hold on. Hold on, guys. Let's take a look at the last time I talked about Andy. Actually, I think I've only done like 4 different videos about it. Monday. Before that, it was, hold on, 3 weeks ago. That's crazy, right? Right? That's a lot. That's a lot. That's so much. Before that, it was 4 weeks ago. And I've only ever done 5 different videos. Okay, Angelo, I will here when we transition from Joseph Morris to Andy. That's crazy, right? Like I do. They're just jealous of you. No, they're probably not. They're just stands. That's the thing. I don't talk about Andy. I actually play video games, talk about comics, talk about different stuff, but Andy is their main focus. Their God.
Up what he wanted to say, and then play the audio behind it. Now, let me play the short clip here.
I don't know if you can hear it. I'm going to loop it over and over again.
I hate
stop
that.
it. Leave me alone
that.
to audio clips, right? Now, this took a lot of effort from people on my Discord server. Lisa, Mo, Mane. I think Diggs this morning was helping out. Multitude of people helping out and looking in, and I think other people on the internet as well. So I'm not trying to leave anybody out. But so we have the raw audio. Okay, so the raw audio, check this out.
Stop it!
Stop it.
Stop it!
The other thing now, leave me alone.
Hear the difference?
Leave me alone!
Same exact thing. The only difference is his audio seems to have some sort of modification on there where it's either, I think it's either audio filtered to make it sound like it's outside, or he's
Sounds like you put a low pass filter on it or something. The girl that's screeching is Joseph Morris literally went and found a DV case not related to these 4 people that died and said that it was them, put his breathing over on it, changed the way it sounded, and passed it off like it was audio for these girls that had died. That is not a fucking joke. I can't believe that's legal.
playing this on another device outside or somewhere, and it's actually him just breathing on the phone. Now, the source of the audio, that's a whole nother thing. If you go online and you look up, I have to give a huge warning on this.
Don't
go
look
watch
this
it yourself unless you're prepared, because there's like a woman that seems to be having this domestic violence situation going on, and her and some guy are screaming, and the guy hits her. It looks like she starts bleeding, and that's where this audio.
I just put the original link. Yeah, it's fucking weird, right? The 4 college murder victims. He thought it was a good idea to fake audio of them before they died. Come on. Please think about this for a second. You're one of those girls' mothers. You're one of those girls' boyfriends, friends, fathers. Your little girl just died. And you've got some YouTuber fucking exploiting their death and making shit up. If there is a barrier to trash online, he wouldn't even make it. I just posted the link in here so you guys can check out the full video. I'm going to let him explain the HTML stuff. But honestly, everything he did here was fucking horrifying, that a person could go this low, could go this fucking low.
Audio comes from, if you look
That's an
up
understatement,
Jewel,
Nick.
Rancid live stream takes a turn, you can find that audio. And thank you, Lisa, for finding that and sending that information to me. Now, there's a whole thing that's weird with that couple as well, because I've seen multiple videos from that couple that looks like it's either fabricated or they're trying to put on a show. It's very weird. Maybe that'll be a whole nother topic. So one more time, I'm going to do the audio, and then we'll get to the next point. Stop it.
Stop it!
What's it like
I'm so
shopping on
sorry. I should have gotten it. premium before I started my stream.
Tens of thousands of
I
cars,
totally
100%.
forgot. I'm so sorry.
Leave me alone!
He should be charged. He absolutely should be. I don't know. I can't think. Again, I said this with Andy, right? With Andy, it was, I couldn't think of another YouTuber that had more mods and more people come out and say the same thing and leave and fucking come out and say what a disgusting person he was behind the scenes. I have never seen that before. I have never seen a YouTuber fake on such a level that this is. This is why I have such an issue. Actually, I have no issue. I have no issue calling out the bad people. I have no issue calling out the fucking real, true grifters. A grifter is such an overused term too. I just don't know a better way to describe it. Especially with him, right? Especially with him. Using everything, jumping on every bandwagon, faking fucking evidence. These people, you know, there could have been some 17, 18, 19-year-old girl that was a little naive. That was me when I was that age, right? That heard this and was like, oh my God, just in case Joseph, my favorite YouTuber, Joseph, didn't call the police, I'm going to. And tell them and send them this. When real shit, it could have clogged up that line. It could have, I can't, you guys. It's the whole nother level of fucking horrendous.
Not to the next
Parasite.
point
There we
of
go.
lying
That's
and
a good
fabrication.
word.
So he has this article here, right? Daily Mail article, clearly. And this whole part here is fabricated. And I can tell you why. I have a multitude of reasons why. People from Discord, people from the Twitter community, they've reached out to the reporter that wrote this article. They tagged the reporter. They tagged the Daily Mail here. They tagged Joseph Morris, which I hear Joseph Morris on Twitter now. He's blocking anybody that questions him about this article
He is.
and the authenticity of the audio. And so this person here replied and tagged Daily Mail, wondering if you can enlighten inquiring minds as to whether this highlighted piece was originally part of your article. Seems suspect to me as I read the article online and never seen this highlighted part. Looks odd, like it's tampered with, to be honest. Guy that wrote the article replies back, yes. Fake news, yes, tampered.
Isn't that in some degree, in some very small degree, libel? Isn't that's this Sean Cohen, the original author of this article, is saying, nope, that screenshot's fake, but it's still written like it's under his name. I don't know, because I'm not a lawyer, right? I don't know what that would fall under. But goodness fucking gracious, you would think it would fall under something.
Another thing, I went and pulled up the article as well, myself. I pulled up the exact portion that this guy has, where it says Moscow Chief Police attends, and it has this whole thing. You can pause it and go back and forth if you want.
Obstruction of justice. There we go. That's actually exactly right. Not only is he obstructing it with the audio, people could be calling in. People could be thinking that they're sending real tips in order to find these. I just can't. I just can't.
This whole part here does not exist. What I suspect this guy did was on this second line here, he added the first line. So if you go back here, you see on his fabrication, these two parts, the victims and the three women, that's combined together. It's supposed to be separate on the original article. He combines them together in the second line and then he replaces the first line with the fake information that he wanted to put in. So I'm going to show you what this guy did. I've seen this many times online. I watch these YouTubers that expose scammers, and what these scammers will do is they'll edit the HTML on a website on the person's computer. So you're not actually changing what the website says. You're only changing it on your end locally through the web browser. So let me show you. So you click here, right? I'm going to modify the second line here, and I'm going to add the first line like this guy did, right?
Okay,
you
so
go right click, inspect, and then on the line that's highlighted, you right click and you hit edit as HTML. And here you have the line, the text line of what this guy, what the article says. And so I'm going to add the first line like this person did, Joseph. Okay, come here.
That is crazy. I would have
added the line, put a little space, and let's see.
He did it.
Now look what it says.
Oh my God. These young girls. young people lost their lives. And he decided, you know what? I want to get a paycheck. I want to get a paycheck so badly, I'm going to torment anybody associated with them. Holy fuck, what is wrong with you? I seen someone say, oh, bye, Elvis. I seen someone say it's civil. Let me see. Deanna, it's civil. That's the problem. See, I don't know. I'm just shocked that he hasn't gotten caught sooner, which I know he did with the Gabby Petito case, right? Another really sad story. Another really sad story, and another situation a lot of people took advantage of, including him, right? I want you guys to go watch that video. Like, not now. Stay. Don't go anywhere. I will hit you. But I do think there's a lot more that he goes into that I want you to, I mean, not a lot more, but enough. Just breaking down all the steps that he was able to do this, right? Stop it. Stop it. And I just can't believe that somebody could have that low of standards. Somebody could have that low of standards. That total sociopath is, I don't know that what the right term is, right? But I've never seen anybody do that before. Never seen anybody do it. And the fact that people are doing it on a murder situation, like, not that it was okay with the Amber Heard stuff. I'm not saying that it was okay, right? What I'm saying is Amber was still alive. Amber was not even in the US, right? And honestly, fuck Amber. She made up enough lies herself. I'm not saying it's right. I'm saying karma's a bitch. How's that? But when it comes to Gabby Petito, when it comes to these 4 people who lost their lives, you don't get to do this and get away with it. You don't get to do this and get away with it. I sincerely, and I don't know how it works. Oh, wait, you know what's even funnier? We just saw all those ads, right? Because I forgot to get premium, but that's besides the point. You know what? I wonder if I could just get an ad blocker. Premium's expensive. I don't know. Anyways, he's monetized. They took away my monetization. They took away Mary Mayhem's monetization. They took away Stevie J. Raw's fucking channel for a while. They took away, well, it was a mistake. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt with the kid because I do believe that was a mistake, right? But they took away Era of Justice now, SEC, her monetization. All because we covered the trial, all of us, right? But he is allowed to. They took away SEC's channel for a while too. They took it away twice. Oh my God, I gotta email her back. She emailed me the other day, and I need to get back with her because she's gone through it, what I'm going through right now, and it's wonderful to have somebody like that you can, go to for advice. I didn't know they took it away. Mary Mayhem got demonetized. She's monetized now, Sultan. But I honestly, I have so much respect for Mary. When I got demonetized, she was like, hey, get on the phone with me. Let's do this. Let's figure this out. She's the one who set me up with the stream elements thingy that you see in the chat, right? She's the one who told me how to do the tip thing. Not her new channel. Okay, so Era of Justice is still good. Okay. They have taken away so many people, channels, monetization from that have covered Johnny Depp, right? But he can make up evidence multiple fucking times, be even covered in Newsweek. Not that I'm saying it's this great prominent thing, but it's well known. right? It's pretty well known. And he's monetized. I may sound like a little bit of that may sound a little petty, and I get that. I might be a little petty. But all those people I named didn't deserve it. Not a single one of them. They're all fucking awesome. Inform overload. They got their monetization taken away too. They're more of a corporate-y channel, right? But they covered the trial. I don't think it's fair. I really don't think it's fair. And I have a huge issue with people using Johnny Depp's name. And I don't know if it's just because, when you be petty, you have every right to be. I don't know if it's just because, when you're really close, don't do TikTok. I have a TikTok. I just post my shorts there. I know it's really bad, like with privacy issues, but I don't have anything to hide. I know that sounds like dumb to say, but I like it. Have you reapplied yet? Yes. Yes, actually I have. And I was denied. But this time, so originally I thought it was because of my intros. I used to use different intros. I have switched those up. I love making fan cams or fan edits or whatever you want to call them, right? And basically I stopped using those as intros and I just used the one I did today. And same with outros. I thought it was that initially. And a lot of what they said was reuse content with the trial because so many people streamed that trial, it's considered reuse content. So I can't reapply till January 6th, but what a day, right? But I'm hoping. Now I have had people say just fuck this channel, start a new one. But that's a lot of work. You guys don't understand. I put my heart and soul in this channel, right? I don't understand what's being said here. I'm in Spanish. If you could give me a summary. I haven't taken Spanish since I was in 10th grade. Hominis, are you in the chat? Could you summarize in Spanish? I'm fucking sorry to ask you. I don't know. I haven't taken it in so long. I'm sorry. But yeah, I'm hoping this time I don't want to start a new channel, you guys. I don't. This is absolutely your projection. In the nicest way possible, Angel, you're projecting your feelings there. And if you don't think I've had Johnny Depp's back, then you clearly don't know anything about me, right? This is people in the community, people that have covered it. So it makes sense. Absolutely your projection. I would never hold Johnny Depp accountable for anything the community did. Not even a chance. That is you putting your feelings onto my thumbnail. Something that you think I intended because you think that, not because that was what was intended. Goodness gracious. Okay. So Joseph Morris is a fucking idiot. And that's putting it nicely. And now we need to talk about the obvious. So most of you guys may be updated when it comes to Andy, right? He did respond. On Monday I covered the initial article. We went over it line by line, right? He did respond. He did make a video. We're not going to go over that because it's a trash video. To be honest with you, he hasn't said anything that matters that I know of. And again, not on Twitter, not on Instagram. The best thing I have is TikTok and YouTube, right? The only one I really take seriously is YouTube. So he altered the article on his end. Wait, are you talking about Joseph? Yeah, he did. How was he able to okay. Let me get the link for you again, Greg, because I don't want to explain it when I'm not it's something with the HTML. Just click on this article or this video and he will explain it, I promise you. Step by step how he altered it. But open it in a new tab so you can stay here too. I'm just kidding. You can check it out now. I'm just joking. But I don't want to try to explain it and fail. So here's the initial video. He does a great job. And I really think it's worth checking out. I do. So there we go. Now, I've covered, apparently all the time. The Andy situation. We know the situation. I wish I knew a little bit more what was going on, but we have had more people come out, in a sense. If you guys were in the stream the other day of Saggy's, and I'll get her channel. Actually, can one of my mods get Saggy's channel? It's really a pain in the butt to go over there. And some of his biggest supporters are just sick of it. He literally on Matt, one of his biggest supporters, Albus was one of his biggest supporters. He hit on Matt, to my understanding. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Thank you so much, Robert. Please correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't want to get anything wrong. I don't have Twitter, so I don't have up to date like some people do, right? Hit on his girlfriend? Mike, not Matt. Oh my God, Belle. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Big supporter, right? What's wrong with you? Just because you don't believe in the sanctity of your relationship doesn't mean he doesn't. And he was 100% a supporter for you. You took advantage of a man to get to his girlfriend. Why? And honestly, that video that he did a quote unquote rebuttal of was garbage. It was like Kat Tenenberg, I think that's her name, Kat Tenenberg, is not a good person. So this whole thing is lies. That was his video in a nutshell. Now, I don't agree with Kat on 90% of everything. And I want to clear this up again because I was accused of this. I've never talked to Kat in my life. I've never went to her. I have never even seen her news feed. The only article I've read of hers, I believe, is that one. I do know from past situations that she has basically, I think, somebody correct me again if I'm wrong, but did she not dox Tug? Which I have a huge issue with. Again, it was technically not doxing, but it's that gray area that I don't necessarily want to cross, right? It's that gray area where Tug's information, bye Raymond. Work is getting hectic. Bye. It's that situation where it's like the information is out there if you look for it, but why do you need to look for it, right? No, we actually, this isn't true. We've shown it. Yes, James, it should be. We've actually shown the proof. I'm sorry that I get it. There's that parasocial relationship, right? When you watch somebody's content for a very long time, even if they've never directly talked to you, there's a parasocial relationship. I understand you don't like that feeling. I get it. And then sometimes, like, my community's small. We have a relatively social relationship. We talk, right? But I get it. I do understand. It stings. And you don't want to look at the facts. I do. But at some point, you have to realize the truth. Like, should we go full Ben Shapiro and be like, facts don't care about your feelings, honey? But in his response, it was just, this woman, Kat, doxed Tug. Now, I don't know about Laura. I love Laura. I'm sure she hates me. I'm sure. Because I think she's friends with Tug. And it's very weird to me that I'm not going to go assuming. Even if, if she ever hears this, I no beef. I love you. I think you're amazing. I think you do a great job at what you do, and I will continue to support you. Andy doesn't care about anyone. I'm putting that on screen because that's our theme for the day. So I know she kind of doxed, not really. Tug. The information has been out there for years. The information has been out there for years when it comes to Tug. And that's because he was, I think, fighting with anti-comics gate. I don't know. It's been so long. Laura, I don't know if her information is out there. I don't know that whole situation. But I did hear in his video that he said that she doxed them. Doxed both of them. So even though I don't trust Andy, I don't believe a lot of what he says, I'll take his word for it and straight up say, that's garbage. That's garbage, right? You should never do that to somebody. Even with the Tug situation, it's not really doxing, but it's more like, it looks bad, right? It's probably not the best thing to say. Probably not the best thing to do. If you want to, you can't win over hearts and minds being an asshole. I'm a dick. I know I'm an asshole. I know I'm a bitch. I do know this. But I'm only that way to people who deserve it. And this is another thing. Andy's such a hypocrite. Such a fucking hypocrite. He's saying, oh my God, Kat threatened. Or Kat doxed these people, right? Yes, he threatened to dox Mad Max. He actually so far as went to go on and say, we have your face. If you don't leave me alone, I will release your information. People are so dumb. I'm against James D. Okay. What the fuck? That's the dumbest. I'm sorry. This is where I'm an asshole to people that deserve it. Blame it on the pixie. You are fucking stupid. In the nicest way possible. No. You're just fucking stupid. You believe what other people think. You believe what other people say and then, act accordingly. I've covered this situation long before the even UK trial. I have tried to do right by this community time and time again. I have done charity streams for Jennifer Howell's Foundation. I have covered it step by step. But right, believe the bandwagoners. Gotcha. Okay. That's why I said you were fucking stupid. The internet is crazy now. Yeah, it is. But going back to Andy being a hypocrite, yes, he did do that to Max. He absolutely did. Not only did he do it to Max, again, the thing with freedom of speech is you have to stick up for people you disagree with also, right? So I can say what I like, but Andy can also say what he likes, right? That's only fair. It works both ways. What I mean by that is he tried to silence that Camilla with threats of doxing, basic intimidation, and bullying. Like, that was when I really realized how low Andy was. He crowdfunded, Cash Apped, a PI in order to try to dox her. Now, he did not, to my understanding, I don't keep up with it, right? He didn't put any of the information out there. And it seems like the reason why is because he was wrong. So he took people's money to dox an allegedly young girl. GoFundMe, that's what Andy used. Okay, I said Cash App, my bad. In order to silence a young person into submission. That is what a bully does. And that's where I have the biggest issue. That's where I really like, you know, that like light bulb moment in cartoons where they like realize shit? That was me that day. And I was like, holy fuck. Holy fuck, what is wrong with you? And the only reason I hadn't noticed it is because I don't pay attention to his channel, right? Because I have no interest. He's just, I don't know. I kind of described it as like the ambulance chasers of YouTube. It's just not something I'm into. I really enjoy channels that are like more small knit communities. I think it's fun to have interaction, and I don't, those big channels like that aren't necessarily my cup of tea, I guess is the best way to put it. And the stuff he covers wasn't interesting to me. I didn't follow it. And then I seen that video. Actually, I was sent that video and I was like, what the actual fuck is wrong with you, Andy Signore? Honestly, what is wrong with you that you are such a bully? Because this person says is an Amber Heard fan, admittedly, an Amber Heard fan. You want to fucking silence them. And I was just done. I was pissed. I actually did a stream about it. I was so mad. I was like, how does somebody get this low? Am I froze again? Let's see if it'll kick in like last time, hopefully. Again, quality. It's always something with Restream. Always something with Restream. Good morning channel grows the more money he asks for. Here is, small channels are actually cool. You can actually get your comments read without paying for super chats. Right. And I'm pretty sure that I remember seeing, and you know, I would bet money on it. He had a pin, like, you know, one of these things. I'll play one so you know what I'm talking about. Like these, what are they called? Banners, right? Tickers down here that said any super chat over $25 will be read. What? Okay. All right. Sure. That's weird, but sure. And I really took issue with that. And then all the stuff came out, right? So I started paying attention. And in his video that he did, he actually only mentions the doxing. And it's kind of I think it's in a way to discredit anything that's said. And even when we were going over the video or the article on Monday, did we find anything that was fake? Like that was a lie? I don't think we did. And he still hasn't addressed the whole situation, which is fine, right? I don't think he wants to. He's embarrassed. But I actually, which is mind-blowing to me, because there was a lot of times where I stood up for him. Brittany sent me, I think it was Brittany, right? No, it was Nicole sent me this. And it's an older article. And if you guys remember the initial situation, right? Everybody uses that situation, and the cats must be napping. Yeah, they must be behaving. Because they're either napping or they're doing something worse because they're quiet, right? The article was true. See, exactly. And there wasn't, he tried to discredit Kat. And again, I don't like her. I don't. But that doesn't mean what she said wasn't true in that situation. That doesn't mean that she didn't actually put, some work into that. And nothing I could find was fabricated. I put this article link that I have on the screen in the description, and I'll put Saggy's channel and that video also in the description. But this article, I was able to go over it, and it's a hell of a read, right? I'll show you. I'll just scroll. It's a long read. And that's also what makes this more interesting, is because it is a long read. A lot of people are just going to ignore the late, because a lot of people want the TLDR, right? And I understand that. But when the initial accusations came out, the way Andy always made it sound, and his supporters, was that he was accused by one woman. Here's the receipts of our text. And basically, his slate was wiped clean. But what he doesn't tell you is about the other women. What he doesn't mention is that he has continued, and I mean continued, to do this. And he's getting caught. And he won't fucking realize it. The next person came out as a result of the Harvey Weinstein scandal. It's a really bad day. Really bad day when you're compared to Harvey Weinstein. Now, again, that is obviously hyperbole, right? But he was a big name back then. Screen Junkies, right? That was a big deal. So he used it for multiple women. And we've got Emma Bowers. This is the situation about her. And then April, which is actually, April is the one that was admonished, right? I don't know if you guys, Joseph Morris is sick. Kentucky. He won an MTV Movie Award. I think I do remember that, but I don't. I forgot. Yeah. What'd you say above, Robert? You said check it out. Let me read it. It's because, much like the anti-SJWs, they know they have an audience of sheeple who can't think for themselves, will defend to the bitter end, and take this word as gospel. Well, we've seen that, right? We seen that, right? Earlier in the stream. She's gonna get real mad, right? Sure. Now, the issue I have here, there are a lot of people that started at the same time with me, that have actually come out and supported him, and I was just really disappointed, right? This was April. Like, they go through screenshots. Another former Screen Junkie employee came forward to share their 2 cents on what, him being a sex pest. He had a lot of sexist jokes, right? But you're going to get that sometimes. It's not okay. Absolutely not okay if it's an employee, right? But to be fair, I'm kind of a sexist. I objectify women. Like, literally, when we were playing Arkham Origins, I'm like, yeah, looking at all the women. That, I don't know why I'm justifying it. Mentioning in particular a slut of Comic-Con. I don't get it. And April didn't disclose the first time. So is that what happened? Was it a situation where she removed consent? And he wouldn't stop? Because that actually makes a lot of sense. of Comic-Con. Yeah, I don't get it. That actually makes a lot of sense. That actually explains this in a lot more. So there's more, guys. Remember the ones he said he was totally admonished from the first time, right? That's what we think, yes. Okay, that adds up a lot more because Andy, it seems like he doesn't. Let me zoom in so you guys can see a little better. Seems like Andy doesn't like the word no or platonic or it's over, right? So we've got Becky Moore. Have you ever heard of these women? If he was totally admonished, then why were all of these other issues come up? Why didn't he mention any of these names? She said, basically, okay, does this link to something else? I'm assuming. I thought it was all innocent at the time, definitely reading everything in a bit creepier tone now. Okay, she just says he's a creep. Nothing wrong with, there's nothing illegal about being a creep. We've got Devin Murphy. What he accused her of being a middle-aged man posing as a hot 20 sorority girl and asked for pictures. Andy reached out to her every couple months with unsolicited attempts at conversation. Devin was holding back a lot of evidence for Signore's behavior out of respect for Andy's family. Murphy, in particular, what she said made publicly, only revealing creepy yet critical parts of her story. And Andy is trying to set Devin up with another Screen Junkie member. Okay. Micah. Oh, I'm terrible at names. I'm so sorry. He tried having sex with her. Andy led her on, telling Micah he could get her a job. Jesus fucking Christ, you guys. The only one that he ever mentioned was April. And that does make a lot of sense. I don't know, guys. I don't believe April. She said she enjoyed the sex. I think she's for real lying. Yeah, and that's the one. April was the one he was, that he had the receipts for. And that's very, very fair. He tried sleeping with her, telling her he could get her a job. She said no. He again and again. When it stopped, she came forward. She wanted to see, and this is, she didn't have the evidence. So, take with a grain of salt. Oh, I didn't get the joke? Oh, it was a joke. You know what? To be fair, when we talked about being naive earlier, yeah, that's me. It just went right over. Oh, because she liked the sex. Oh, okay. Yeah, I get it now. Kind of. Stacy from Australia does cosplay. Disappointed, but not completely shocked. She said Andy was sending her some kind words. Was big old nerd talking to the hottest Catwoman ever. From there, Signore made it about cosplay and cleave it. Oh God. See, this is the thing, and I want to justify, or I want to reiterate this. We're not saying that he ever did anything illegal, right? Not a chance. But legality does not always, or morality does not always equal legality, right? I don't know. Topping it off by complimenting how she wore. See, and I have no issues with compliments. You look pretty. You look nice. I like the way you did your cosplay. But he invited her to LA Comic-Con, offering to pay for it in exchange for a secret cosplay. She rejected his advances and he backed off. A week later, this Screen Junkies universe, she messaged Andy about it. Oh, so the one that he. Oh my god. Okay. Let me see what this say. Where is? Okay, so she did have email dump. And 2 more egos. Okay. Alert you. You guys can't see this, can you? Yeah, she has. Okay, this will be in the description so you guys can check it yourself. She's got the emails there. I can't. To further back up her story, she presented by people like Emma and April. You can read Stacey's over thoughts here. So we've got another one. Oh my god. Louis Thecka looks like a pumpkin with a hot dog. What the heck? Is there any proof he did anything recently? Like, yeah, we've shown it. Cody, we've showed it. And this is in the description. All of these like underlined ones are usually links to emails or exchanges with all the proof there. He was interested in their design work. His standard technique of picking up women, as demonstrated in the example above. She stated that Andy didn't stop with her. He moved on to others. She never said her encounter was an assault, obviously. Jeez, oh Pete. So, Ira Wave, kind of an awesome name. Ira Wave. March of 2015, she showed her channel, showered her with compliments. Again, nothing bad, right? He wanted to meet up with her and told her to find the guys from Smosh. She was confused. She said, yeah, just find me some naked swoods? What's a swood? Are things shattering in the background? No, they're trying. I'm not even kidding. They're playing in the Christmas tree and they won't stop. They won't leave it alone and it's tied fucking everywhere. And the bulbs are zip tied. And they won't stop. They won't stop at all. They're fucking crazy. I kind of love it, but they're still crazy. Seems like y'all hear allegations from forever ago. No. We've talked about the new stuff. We're just not right now. I'm bringing up the point that he always comes out and says, look, right? Look, all of these things, they're not true. I proved it with April. But what about all the other girls? We've already gone through, 4? And they've got proof. It's all in this article. It's all backed up on archive. He always uses April as his shield. Shocker. Just like he uses Seth. Without going and saying, but this person, but this person, but this fucking person, but Brittany, but Nicole, but my girlfriend. But all of these people in the last, not old accusations. I've talked about the importance of patterns for a lot of different things, right? A lot of different things. This is a major pattern that never stopped. Hello, Kentucky Chic. You are totally fine. The evidence is in his response. He hasn't denied anything. Yeah. He hasn't even, the thing is he hasn't even tried to debunk a single fucking thing, right? He hasn't, all he does is gaslight people and fucking call them names. Tries to pretend, they're Amber Heard people. They're just trying to do this. No, bitch. I have been covering the trial before you. Saggy came on multiple times when I covered the trial to watch it with us. She covered the news on it. I remember her streaming later in the evening covering stuff, like when Tug got his name mentioned, congratulating him. Quit trying to spin it for your fucking narrative. I have no problem calling out bad behavior. Never have. Gone after plenty of bullies on here. You're a bully, Andy. And you do this to girls all the fucking time. All the fucking time. So much so you'll do it to your supporters, like Mike, his girlfriend. It's Andy fucking Heard. Andy fucking Heard. Let me see here. What else does it say? He wants her to violate contest rules for the sake of his personal desires. He said, I'm the boss. I can change the rules. And here, is this a chat conversation? Chat conversation was what led up to the chance is a crime. He's proven with actual fiction. Okay. Oh my God. Comic-Con attendee. They dumped emails showing Signore's contact to them. 2 separate occasions, once in October 2016 and again in May. She didn't say much about the situation beyond sharing the screenshots. I get that. Honestly, it was no big deal at the time, but the fact that he does this to a lot of girls is what's scary. And then let me make sure that these are on here. Yep, a bunch of screenshots, time, dates. Just please don't tell anybody how big of a crush I clearly have on you. Deal? Oh my God. So you can mention April. You can mention April, right? And use that as your shield. And that's fine. You can do that. But don't forget to mention Becky, Devin, Mika, Stacy, Janine, Ira, Sai. What about those girls? What about Brittany? What about Nicole? It's fucking gross. And I'm gonna be like, wait, Sherry, I've invited. Don't play this game because I can play it better. I've invited him on. I've invited him on plenty of times. So is Saki. Right? Saki's invited everybody on. He doesn't want anything to do with conversation. He doesn't even try. Because he knows if it'll blow over, he can continue to do what he's gonna fucking do. And what's really disappointing, and I'm gonna be an asshole. I'm gonna be an asshole, but this one pissed me off. I'm gonna bring it up. Because me and this person covered Johnny Depp since the very beginning. And the fact that you can preach, you can fucking preach, do your own research, but don't do it yourself. Let me find it. I really need to get an ad blocker. And that's fair, Sherry. That's fair. I'm sorry you felt attacked. I didn't mean that. But I did, before I went live, even the first time, I actually invited him on. The second time. And I like I said earlier, because somebody was saying I cover it all the time. I've got 5 videos on it, right? Different updates and stuff. Both times I went on, the first 2 times I invited him on. I invited him on when I did an update on it. I just stopped inviting. And I've actually shown that evidence that I've invited him on before too. what really irritates me, and I don't want to be an asshole, and I'm going to try to be nice here. I actually commented on this, and I put, wow, such lies, just because I was fucking irritated. And he put, yeah, pretty crazy. Surprised they're still honest. And I put, I meant you. No reply. Shocker, right? I don't necessarily always agree with Entertainment Hacker on a lot of culture war stuff, right? I don't. But what we always agreed on is he, I, and Darth. Well, to be fair, Incredibly Average was the BAMF, right? He was the GOAT, so to speak. He always was the one who brought, stuff to light in the very beginning. E-Hacker, myself, and Darth started covering it right around the same time before the trial. And it would always be a joke like, oh, you got to it before me. Oh, you got to it before me, right? It was always just something. And I had a lot of respect for both of them because we were all working on the same thing. A lot of people started covering it after. And we always knew kind of, that not to be a dick, but we were very close to some of the first people covering this on YouTube. It sounds like an ass, but I'm just saying, love me some Darth. Yeah, he's awesome. I know he got, okay, there's another one I mentioned earlier when Joseph Morris, I said, was monetized. Darth got demonetized too. There's another one. I forgot about him. What are you guys saying about the Morris guy? Oh, he's fucking sicko. He's a fucking sicko. But this frustrates me because this community, for what it's worth, is supposed to be about victims. That's how it started. Didn't matter what gender they were victims, right? And you were supposed to do the right thing. Why doesn't that apply across the board? Why, just because there is one person that may be a bigger name in the community, if you find out something bad about them, why doesn't that apply to them too? My guess, and I can't say I blame him for it, and I don't want to necessarily be mean to E-Hacker. I was just really disappointed, but my guess is that if he were to speak out against it, he's afraid to lose. He is afraid to lose subs and views. And I'm not saying that in a mean way, right? Not at all. Because I lost. People said they unsubscribed. I didn't actually see it in my, you get a thing in your analytics that says how many people subscribed that day. I didn't actually see the evidence of it. But people said they unsubscribed. And that could be. And I'm sure that's what he's afraid of. I think the best thing for him to do, I don't think he actually, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt and say he didn't do his research. That's what I think. I was just, I was just really disappointed. I honestly was. We're going to watch a little bit of it, but, oops, I have it muted.
And now, an article by NBC is being written about him, how he was canceled during the Me Too movement, and I'll explain that. It's actually pretty simple. He actually admitted to a few things he did, but the things he did were really not so bad. Basically, what he said was he flirted with some employees or some followers or something like that, but it wasn't anything like what he was accused of. It was
victimized. You see what I mean? Did he expose you? No, I mean, we could look at that instead of this, but I there was a girl that made a bunch of videos of me saying I was mainstream media and that being subscribed to her, even though she's obsessed with me and Saggy, was harassment. Comments are harassment. But that's really where I have the issue. I know you were a great old one. But that's really where I have the issue is You're just fucking brushing it off like it's nothing. For one, you have no idea what it's like to be a woman in that situation. You have no idea. You have no idea how uncomfortable people can be. Or the exact opposite, when somebody is respectful. And yet you say, it's no big deal. It's no big deal. He flirted with some followers, flirted with some employees. That is sexual harassment. You can't do that at work. First off, full stop. You can't do that to your employee or whether you're the boss or they're your coworker. Full stop. You can't fucking do that. It wasn't that bad. Did you look into it? I'm not saying everything was terrible. I'm not saying even all, what was there, 6, 7 girls? I'm not even saying every single one had, amazing proof, but there was enough proof between all of them to assimilate a pattern. And there was some pretty damning proof. Again, it's in the description if you guys want to look at it. But it wasn't that bad. What? How? How was it not that bad? I don't understand it. I really don't. Press play, you idiot. Oh, wait, that's me. Oh my God. Okay.
Was maybe slightly inappropriate. I find myself flirting once in a while.
Hold on. I just checked. Angelo. Thank you so much. Get your premium back on, Tristan. Oh my God. Thank you so much. You definitely need it. Merry Christmas. That was so nice. Thank you. That's awesome. Oh, thank you. I definitely am. That makes my day. That's awesome.
Naturally, I think it's just innate. If you see someone you're attracted to, whether you're married or not, you just kind of...
Excuse me! Hold on.
Naturally, I think it's just innate. If you see someone you're attracted to, whether you're married or not, you just kind of flirt a little bit. But of course, the media's
I'm
gonna make it out
fucking
to
dead.
be more than it was. And why is that thing like flickering there? That's annoying. Fix up your website. But anyway, see what we got. Here's their tweet. Andy Signore was fired from the company he founded after he was accused of sexual misconduct. He's now raking in money on YouTube by attacking celebrity accusers like Amber Heard. Celebrity accusers. Now...
Why do you not go after the pedos who think that loving on Little Kim? Okay, Victoria, we're going to pause for a minute here. Give me an example. I've called out on my community posts. I think one was a police officer, some in the church. That is more disgusting than this. For fucking sure. I would love an example though. Do 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 do. Do do do. Please, Victoria. I think I have an idea where you're going with this, but I want an example. Hello, Phil. Yes, you absolutely can do more than one thing. You can. I have no problem calling out that kind. An example of a pedo who thinks that loving little kids is not a crime. This is the absolute. This is like one of those things like, it's a fucking straw man, right? Well, this isn't important as this thing. Well, this isn't important as this thing. It's, give me an example. Fado, it is in wait, what? A real example. A real example. And mind you, R. Kelly is an example. R. Kelly's in jail. Smart ass. Here's the thing. I'm talking about the Johnny Depp community. So your example has to be included with that. Because that's what I've covered for years, right? So I'm waiting. Like, preying on women isn't enough for you? You're like, fuck these women. Who cares? They're just women. Who cares, right? Who cares that he preys on women? You should go after something more important. Like pedos or inflation. Fucking straw man argument. There are two things can be important. That is more important than some fucking YouTuber. And you still haven't given an example. This argument is dumb. This argument is dumb. Because you can't even give a real example. No one should feel comfortable at work. I think you mean uncomfortable. Hey. This is why I love Saggy. Hey guys, forget about Andy. Global warming is more important. Don't cover this YouTuber that's in a community that you spent time with. Don't do that because it's global warming, guys. Fucking stupid. Oh, that made my day. Dumbest argument I've heard today. You can't cover this because there are homeless people.
Amber is a celebrity accuser. Hey, I guess it's like kind of accurate. Andy Signore was fired from Screen Junkies, which he founded due to a variety of sexual misconduct allegations. He has denied the allegations made by coworkers and fans. He returned with the channel Popcorn Planet and began banking during the Depp vs. Heard trial. Starting in April, Signore more than doubled the following of his pop culture channel. He has made more than 300 videos about the Depp trial and its participants, bringing in millions of views and thousands of dollars in contribution from fans. All of his videos disparage Amber Heard. And let's just forget all about the fact that he doesn't actually have a membership where you have to pay to see videos. Everything a fan gives him is donation. It's their choice. They're not paying to see something. Now, maybe he's got membership content and perks and things like that. You can pay to get.
Did they claim that, though? They absolutely did not claim that. They absolutely did not claim that he did that. Did we get any more real answers from Victoria? I don't think so. Someone sends you something you do not like, block and report. And keep your fucking mouth shut, girls. Listen to Victoria. If somebody sends you something you don't like, block and report it, because you all know that social media takes care of stuff, right? All the time. Right? Right? They take care of it every single time. Block and report it and keep your fucking mouth shut. Don't you dare say anything. Don't you dare. Let all the men send you dick pics. Let them send you dick pics and you just deal with it. God.
Get that. I'm not totally sure what Andy offers, but he's not charging money to see the main content that they're complaining about. Signore reflects the shift against the Me Too movement. Signore covers what he characterized.
Exactly, Saggy. Block and warn others, or block and report. Never warn others. Never tell anybody. Even if your boyfriend is the main supporter, is a huge supporter, don't tell anyone.
As the injustice of the Me Too movement and the criticism he and other men who have been accused of various forms of sexual misconduct have faced in the past 5 years. It's a shift that other creators have made as well, capitalizing on the broader pushback against social justice movements, because a lot of those movements are not genuine. They're about the social justice, but not about the actual movement. Now,
what does that mean? They're about the social justice, but not about the actual movement. I don't know. I'm not even going to try to dissect that. Saggy.
Me Too is based on believe all women, but the problem is, as far as abuse, it's a catch-22. There's no way we could change it. So you've got something that's really hard to prove. But if you're accused of that thing, without evidence, you can get penalized, lose a career, take a huge financial hit. So anybody who wants to harm you can just accuse you of it. However, the accusations won't always be wrong. So in the end, we have to have a standard of evidence.
And I agree with them there. I 100% agree with them. There should always be some sort of evidence. And that's why you ladies have to be so careful, right? You have to be so fucking careful, because most DV and SA, a great majority of them go unreported because the evidence is very hard sometimes to get a hold of. Look at the loops that the girls in this situation, Brittany had to jump through because y'all are just actively trying. Who's trying to cancel somebody? Again, that is such an overused word. Y'all are just trying to cancel somebody? No, absolutely not. It's okay, second dumbest thing I've heard. Okay, the issue is, and that's why I'm saying, ladies, be fucking careful. If you learn anything, not from me, obviously, because I don't support him, but in that community, even if you don't believe a fucking word I say, even if you don't believe a fucking word Brittany or Nicole or Mike or any of these women previously or Saggy, and I think Jarbo was in that thing too. Even if you don't believe a word they say, I say, be fucking careful. Be careful. Because it never said they did. Never, actually, that's, I said it's a genderless crime earlier. Because you have to be so careful because he uses that Telegram, right? Secret chat, so you can't have evidence. He makes you jump. Look at Brittany. She had to jump through fucking hoops to find the evidence. Be careful, even if you don't fucking believe me. Just be careful. That's it.
We can't risk sending innocent people to jail or having their careers ruined. There's just no good fix right now. We're in a catch-22 zone with it. One day, technology might get better. There might be cameras everywhere. Maybe everyone will have some kind of like an eye implant
That's not a
camera,
good thing.
and like everything you see
That's
and touch and
not-
everything
no,
is like
no.
recorded into some huge
No.
matrix. I don't know.
No, please, no, please. Sounds like an Elon Musk thing like that. What is it, Neuralink thing? No, fuck that.
But the point is, right now, with what we've got, we can't prove it so easily. But of course, the Me Too movement can't acknowledge it's a catch-22. For background, Signore was fired by Screen Junkies due to erogenous and intolerable behavior after multiple people came forward on social media claiming that Signore made unwanted romantic and sexual advances toward them. Some people accused Signore of messaging them as fans, then asking them for sexy photos or to meet up in person. A non-binary
Don't think anyone here has the power to cancel anyone. Am I wrong? Absolutely not. You are absolutely 100% correct. I have no power. I'm a Depp fan. Is that a bad thing? No, I'm a massive Johnny Depp supporter. I don't have the power to cancel anyone. How the fuck would I? I have a small channel. No offense, Saggy, but you do too. We don't have the power. And honestly, we can't fucking cancel anyone. We didn't force him to send nudes. We didn't force him to send witchcraft videos. We'll call it witchcraft videos. We didn't do those things. We didn't message 7 girls when he was at Screen Junkies. We didn't do this. And like I said 5 minutes ago, if anything, take the warning to just be fucking careful. Like, honestly, don't use Telegram. Don't use those things. Again with the witchcraft, so I didn't know what else to say. Shake weight. His shake weight video. Don't use those things. Just be fucking careful. Like, I wish, I know social media can be a bitch. And I know it's hard to fucking, I know it's hard to know who to believe. So don't believe me, and I'm okay with that. But at least have the fucking mindset to be careful. To not do this Telegram shit. To not do these secret chat shit. Because that's exactly the issue that Brittany had. She finally was able to find it. And, on, I think it was November 8th when she said, it's platonic, stop, leave me alone. And then, yeah. Sorry, Cody. I didn't mean to be combative. A lot of times when people, I'm going to try to be fair here. A lot of times when people ask questions, if you're being sincere, that I apologize. But a lot of times when people ask questions, they're not, right? So I put Saggy's Robert put it in earlier. Let me get it real quick. And she's got the best information. That article also has good information, even if you don't like the person, right? That doesn't mean you can't agree with them sometimes. I missed your tip. Oh my gosh. That's weird. I'm sorry. Hold on, let me get it. Here's Saggy's channel. I'll put it in the description after also. But honestly, I wasn't trying to be mean. I'm just saying, do the bare amount of research, right? Do the basic amount of research before forming a strong opinion. Before actually making a video and being okay with fucking a sex pest and defending him. Because you know it'll get clicks because he's got a lot of subscribers and he's got controversy around him right now. Robert, thank you so much. The dumbest offense I saw someone give was Andy is just a playa. Oh my God, stop it. You saw that? Stop it! Nothing wrong with that. Second, wow, just wow. The fact that people think something heinous should be talked about above something that's equally heinous. Oh, let me get the rest of it. That's equally heinous, and just because Andy is the bad guy. Oh, for fucking sure. You know, it's really, honestly, like, again, back to that parasocial relationship. I get it. You like this person. So don't take my fucking word for anything. Just watch your own back. That's all you have to do. That's all you have to do. And do basic amount of research. Like, Saggy's streams are long, yeah, but they're entertaining as fuck. You're gonna laugh. Put it on 2x speed and go through it. Go through the evidence. It's all out there. There's been, well, you've got Nicole Brittany, Mike's girlfriend. Was there anyone else I missed? I know Albus came over too. And then you've got Raven's Hideaway. Fucking great channel. Simply Bell. I've named, you guys chill the fuck out. I got 2 minutes. I've named 6 channels. 6 people in the past year. That's all you got to do. Alex. Hey, I'm unfamiliar. The evidence is abundant. Yes, absolutely. All right, guys. I'm sorry for yelling. I'm sorry for getting into it too much, but these 2 people are fucking disgusting. Are fucking disgusting. And I've worked so much in this community that I won't let assholes give it a bad name. Because there's so many great people in this community. So many great people in this community. And I'm not just going to defend somebody because he's on your team. That's not me. Anyways, I will see you guys next time. Thank you so